The Boy Who Couldn't Sleep. On the day that he was born, Max slept for most of the time. And in the first weeks of his life, he slept like other babies. But when he began to look around him, he didn't sleep so much. He slept for a few hours at night and a little in the daytime. Then he stopped sleeping during the day. He was awake for 20 hours. His eyes were always open. His mother, Samantha Price, was very surprised. She said that the world was a very interesting place, and perhaps Max wanted to see everything. She thought this was because he was intelligent. The doctors and pediatricians were also very surprised, but they said that they didn't know why Max slept so little. Then a child psychologist studied Max's case. He said that it wasn't a very strange case. His studies showed that a lot of modern babies were sleeping less. He wasn't sure why, but he had some ideas about it.
200 years ago, people went to bed earlier than today,
he told Samantha.
Generally, life was slower in the past, and people slept longer. They worked a lot, and they didn't have much money, so they often stayed at home after work and went to bed when it got dark. You see, there was no television, and there weren't any electric lights. Electric light is different from candlelight. It is brighter, and it keeps you awake. Babies are influenced in mysterious ways by the world. And if the world is fast, noisy, and bright, and if people often go to bed very late, babies will feel this, and they won't sleep so much.
Are you sure, Doctor?
Samantha said.
I think that Max doesn't sleep because he finds the world so interesting. He's very intelligent.
Yes, that's possible, Mrs. Price. But it's true that our society is becoming more nocturnal.
The psychologist's words surprised Samantha. She couldn't believe him. But when she told her husband Derek, he said,
Yes, it seems crazy, but our world is crazy. The psychologist may be right, but we'll see. Perhaps it will pass and Max will sleep like other babies.
When Max was 5, the doctors said he was a hyperactive child. Every night, Samantha tried to put him to bed at 8:30, but he wasn't sleepy. Samantha became angry. Derek was angry too. They shouted at Max, and finally he went to bed at about 9:30. But he cried, and he never fell asleep before 11 o'clock. Then he woke up between 4 and 5 in the morning, and he wanted to play. Samantha and Derek were always tired and nervous. When Max was 8, he slept about 2 hours at night. Now Samantha and Derek went to bed while he continued to play quietly with his toys or his computer. He did lots of things to pass the time, and he didn't often feel bored. He liked the electronic light of the TV or computer. He was always in the light. If he was in the dark for a while, he became nervous and depressed. It seemed that he needed light.
I think he's a mutant,
Derek said one day, and he laughed. But he was half serious.
What do you mean?
Asked Samantha.
Nature is trying to produce a new kind of human, and Max is an experiment.
Derek replied, laughing.
He's a child of the future.
When Max was a teenager, he was awake for most of the day. At night he went to discos or all-night parties. He watched videos or late-night films on TV, and he listened to music. He went to school every day, but he didn't get up in the morning like other children. At school, his friends were surprised because he wasn't sleepy. And he worked hard. He liked learning new things, and he read a lot of books. He wanted to know all about life and the world. When his friends asked him about this, he said,
I want to understand everything. The world is a big, interesting place, and life is short. We sleep too much. Sleep is a waste of time.
Samantha and Derek